Hey guys, as most of you already know, since the end of World War II, America has had military bases in Japan. They are often the cause of debate and discussion, different people with different opinions on whether they should be here or not. Probably the most we hear in the media, in the Japanese media, is about Okinawa, because a huge percentage of Okinawan people don't want the American bases in Okinawa. So we've always seen maps like this one that show the American bases. So, one up there, a couple over there, one over there, one over there, and then we can see down there two Karina and Futenma bases in Okinawa, and that's what we always see. So we'd always imagine that in Okinawa there was just two little bases. However, we were talking to an Okinawan gentleman recently, and he showed us this. And we had no idea, because we'd always just imagined, here's a big Okinawan island, and then we just imagined two bases. And we see that on the news all the time. We see the media will show us scenes from outside the base. Often protests are going on, people protesting with signs, we don't want the bases. And they'll show us usually the air bases from the outside, and you'll see fighters taking off and landing, or Osprey taking off and landing. And that's usually what we see. So most of us had that image that there was just these two bases on Okinawa. However, this gentleman produced this and said, have a look at this. And when you look at this, it covers a huge area of the island itself. And he said the other thing is that there's often transports going backwards and forwards, so trucks and other vehicles travelling backwards and forwards between all these locations, plus the aircraft flying over the top. So he was very anti bases. He's an older gentleman, and a lot of the older Okinawans really object to the bases and are not happy about them at all. So there's a small percentage of people who want them there because some people say for security. Other people, of course, make money from the bases, because the guys that work on the bases, and the guys and ladies that work on the bases, obviously spend a bit of money off base. So some people sort of benefit from that a bit. However, they are divided, and the Okinawan governor, who died recently, was actually very against the bases and have been trying to get them to move. But the problem they have is that the rest of Japan are happy to have them down there away from them. So we've got some bases around Honshu, as you could see on that first map, but obviously the majority, something like 70%, is down there on Okinawa, on the island. So the rest of Japan sort of ignores that. They're happy to have the bases down there. They get the benefits of the security of having them down there and so on. But of course, they're far enough away that it doesn't affect the people on the main islands at all, does it? So they get the benefits without any of the disadvantages. So, and as some of you know, there's been a pretty painful history there over the last 70 years with some of the people on the bases down there committing rapes and even the odd murder over the last 70 years. So it is a fairly debated situation. Some people saying they should move all the bases down to Guam. But anyway, they thought you might be interested in seeing that map, because we're certainly surprised. The people in our family hadn't seen that map before, so we're quite surprised. Anyway, there it was. More videos coming soon.